Hello, I'm going to show you guys how to create a assignment or two real quickly and then from your Google Drive and then post them onto your Google Classroom. So if you guys watched my previous video, we created our first unit, Unit 1. So on Google Drive, I suggest you make your own folder for your Google Classroom. And under Google Classroom, so say this is for EDD 101, let's create the folder, EDD 101, create here. And once the folder is created, let's click on the new folder that you created, and let's click on New, Folder, and then we're going to create a folder called Unit 1. And I suggest while you're on your Google Drive, you really organize it in this manner when you're creating an online learning management system because it makes everything just so much easier and so much more efficient for you to organize and push out content to your students. So let's click on Unit 1. Let's create a new assignment. So click on New once again on the left-hand side, and then let's click on a Google Doc. So let's just make a quick graphic organizer. So like I said, let's continue the topic on educational technology. In the last post, I talked about an announcement talking about the next 3 tools that your class is going to be covering. I'm going to call this EdTech Tools Graphic Organizer. I think graphic organizers are a great way for your students to accumulate information and develop conceptual frameworks regarding the subjects you're talking about. So for graphic organizers, let's just, we named it at the very top. Let's Control C that, Control Copy, and then we'll align and put that at the very top. And we have the topic, and I said Control C and Control V, which is copy and paste, and then I'm going to do Control B, which is bold, because I obviously like to bold the top. And then let's align back, and let's insert a table. And tables are the premise of graphic organizers. Let's choose 6 because we're going to go over 4 educational technology tools for the class. So let's say the first one is for Pear Deck, the other one's for Flipgrid, the other one is Quiziz, and then let's say the last one is Google Forms. And I created this extra 2 parts of the table at the top because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a title. I highlighted the entire row, and what I'm going to do is merge the cells. By merging the cells, I have created one whole top section of the table, and I'm going to label it, and I'm going to call it EdTech Tools. And for each of the 4 quadrants of the graphic organizer, I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And once I've developed that, I'm going to create at the very top directions. And I bold that, and I'm going to press Control B again, which will allow me just to do normal non-bolded text. Please complete the following graphic organizer as you follow along on the interactive Pear Deck slideshow. For each EdTech tool, please tell me how you can use them to assess your students learning. Okay, so very straightforward here. And so say you want to post this now onto Google Classroom in a really quick and efficient manner. What I like to do is I like to copy the directions, Control copy, and I'm going to keep that in my back pocket for a moment. So I'm going to go back to a tab that says Classes. And remember, this is the Google Classroom interface. So I'm going to click on EDD 101, and then I'm going to click on Classwork. See my announcement from earlier, and I'm going to create a assignment, and I'm going to copy and paste the directions. And then what I like to do is I like to tell them within my instructions that 5 points will be given for completing each of the 4 boxes for the graphic organizer. And I like to label that point breakdown. And then I like to say this will be for a total of 20 points. So I move that over here, 20 points. We'll make a due date for Friday at midnight. And then click topic, and it's in Unit 1. And we're going to label this Ed Tech Tools Graphic Organizer. And let's click on Add, because this is going to help. This is going to have us add it from our Google Drive. And what we'll do is recent is the easiest, or you can click on My Drive and search for it there. But I like to use recent if I'm just building something at this moment. So I'll click on the document, click on Add. And remember, as I said in our first video, students can view. We can edit it in a collaborative fashion just for everyone if you want to use that during a lecture or class brainstorm, or for each individual student to complete on their own and use for their own as a resource and as an assignment. So we're going to make a copy, and then I'm going to assign. And what that's going to do is once that's assigned, it's going to take me directly back to Unit 1 on the classwork interface on Google Classroom. And you can click on that, and you can see right here the directions, the point breakdown, and the assignment itself that you can click on because that's a document that you edited. Unfortunately, you can't go back and edit it, but you can see right here the number of turned in, the number assigned. I have no students in Google Classroom, but if I had 30 or some odd students, it'd say 30 assigned, and then over time, as students turn it in, that number would increase. I hope this has been helpful as another way for you guys to get started on Google Classroom. Have a good one.